Hello, everyone. It's your boy Josh,
It's your boy Tay.
and we back again with another review. Daredevil Born Again season 2 has arrived. We got episode 1, but make sure before we get started, like button, subscribe, also leave a comment down below. Okay.
Yep.
All
Season
right. So first
two.
thoughts, episode 1. What was it called? Northern Star was the name of the. So yeah. So what you think? First reaction? Anything catch your eye? Anything you want to discuss?
Well, you know,
Oh,
off the
he pulled
rip.
up the phone.
No,
He
no, no,
got
no, no.
like
I'm about to.
a 10 page. I'm joking with you. I'm joking with you.
No, I was actually about to see what the hell, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think next week we get 2 episodes. So yeah. So,
Oh, next
um,
week, 2 episodes. Oh, that's great.
yeah. Well, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday we get 2 episodes. But now, we going off episode one. Um, haven't yeah. So he's back. Daredevil's back. And this season premiere, it just flips the whole game upside down. Now we in the era, the Kingpin's mayor era, reign of him being the mayor of New York. Matt Murdock has to now do his acts in vigilante style. Now he has to do it in the darkness. Um, a familiar character comes back, but I'm gonna say that for the last, for the spoiler. We already know
Mhm.
who it is. Um, And this episode did not waste no time. It went straight to it. Um, and we'll break it down to our favorite parts. What's the main what our main topic and stuff like that. First thing, episode one picked up right after I think 6 months
Yep. It's 6 months
after
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 season 1.
Frisk. Yeah. Frisk became mayor, having this anti vigilante task force and
And he got his own Guantanamo Bay, with,
yeah.
with the people in New York. It's very
What I'm saying? And then he has the old girl that's the reporter putting out these false like news reporting saying that how Fisk made the city safer and all that
yeah.
jazz.
Then they got the anti-vigilante task force with the Punisher
Yeah,
logo. Like I was like, bro, I was like, okay.
yeah. I think also is interesting is that Frisk, even though Fisk is the mayor, it still feel like his main objective is still to bring Matt Murdock out of the shadows. Like he's like trying to force him to be Daredevil, pretty much, with the anti-task force, because now all heroes can be considered a threat. So
I think heroes and villains are considered like they treat them
yeah,
like terrorism.
yeah,
That's how they're really going about it. Yeah.
yeah. So by him doing that, it makes Matt Murdock's arc a lot. It makes a lot more sense because now Matt has no cut cards. He is more tense than ever. Probably going to be in this season because not only is he Fisk's number one enemy, he's also his number one target now. Outside of the Punisher, outside of all the heroes and all the villains in New York, pretty much all of the vigilantes in New York City. Um, so everything he's going to be doing, which we have seen in episode one so far now, makes him more of a target
Uh-huh.
because now they're attacking people that he know or he has associated with to bring him out of the shadows so they can actually pretty much the task force can really see who's behind the mask
Uh-huh.
because nobody know who he is technically. They just know it's Daredevil. They don't know who
Uh-huh.
he is, like personally they don't know. Which I will get to that later. That would be way down the line.
No.
You know, it looked like he's going to be leading the resistance. We see him training Karen now, and Karen is becoming his love interest yet again for another season of Daredevil. She's the love interest. We also see that his ex is having PTSD from Muse.
Yeah. You know, in the comics, she's technically supposed to become a version
the female,
of Muse.
the female version.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. Spoiler. I forgot to say.
Yeah.
If you follow the comics, she's supposed to be the female version of Muse.
Yeah. So with that, by her doing that, it is what it is. Like we already talked about Kingpin's power play. Don't
forget the unique character, Mr. Charles.
That's what I was about to go into. I'm glad you brought that up. I wanted you to bring him up because now he's like the Miss Val of Daredevil.
So I think he working with Val. Because I think if you go back to when he was in DC, you can see like the Capitol in the background. I think he was talking to her. I think that's part of the weapons. I think it's all coordinated together. I think that's who he is. He like the logistic guy for him. They all, one organization. So I'm thinking he probably helped smuggle things in as we're gonna say a consultant. I'm just gonna say that. I don't use the word consultant, and they mentioned Langley. You mentioned Langley, CIA. Wow, that's the first thing that came to my mind. If you watch the episode, but he a funny character, bro. He's like, yeah, you about to get a phone call. You need to answer that.
Your man walked in. He was like, "You're not even supposed to be in here." Yes, I am.
He just walked in like all casually, just. I forgot, was he eating fries or something like that? I forgot. I think he was eating fries. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah. But the fact that he just walked into the man's office and just said, "Oh no, I'm supposed to be here." Oh, where you from? Oh,
it's like, who are you again?
So yeah, now the funny thing is now I think now he's going to be the big player in this now because now you got that now you said you got that DC connection to this now. So yeah, we gotta see how this gonna play. Like we gotta see what his motives is going to be as far as this season as well. I guess we could go.
Anything? Oh, something else. I think they was mentioned, which we called it in the trailer reaction. They keep dropping hints of Jessica Jones. I'm not sure if you picked up on it. So this is probably going to lead to the the hero for hire, defender type of era.
Yeah.
So I can tell the way they going just by they drop the hints of Jessica Jones gonna be here in the season.
Yeah, I think it's going to be heroes for hire eventually. And then I think by them hinting Jessica Jones, I think they're going to be hinting the other two, meaning Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Because apparently they're currently filming season 3, if I'm not mistaken now. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Defenders and the Heroes for Hire storyline becomes one thing in season 3 of this. And then by them adding, because I don't think Frank Castle is going to be in this season. So he might be back in season 3. If he's back in season 3, then yeah, it's definitely going to be those two storylines combined in the two.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to reveal them probably closer to the end. They probably won't reveal them close to that. But they slowly dropping hints. Trying to think of anything else that caught my eye. We got Paige in that witness protection wig she had on.
Yeah,
I'm joking. I know that was a bad trick.
Nah, but the crazy thing is, she technically is she is on a run. Like technically,
yeah, she's on a run.
Yeah, she's on a run.
They still stuck at Josie Barr. She out there training, doing her MMA training. Her martial arts training.
Her and Matt are still in Frank Castle's lair in the freaking basement somewhere. And and all that. Now, I could go into let's go into the guy that maybe have stole the show without even being in the daggone scene. Bullseye. Bullseye stole the show.
Yeah, at the end, because it looked like it's about to be done for Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They managed to go after his I forgot the cop's name. But they managed to attack him. He ended up saving him, but realizing in the process he's having a heart attack. That one split second got Matt packed up. Like he was
Yeah.
done.
He was doing a good fight, and at the beginning, he was doing all this. I thought they was. Hey, you know what I thought? I thought he was gonna do a long hallway fight scene again. Not
Yeah, yeah,
like every Daredevil season have like a long hallway fight scene. I thought they was about to do that. I was like, dang, they didn't even wait.
man. He was packed. Man, he was whooping those cops' ass at first. And then
That one split second.
that one split second, he got caught. He got caught after that one split second. And sure enough, all we see is we just see they just dropping 3 of them right off the back. Bang, 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 gone.
Dang, they got him to even. They even got to the point they took off his mask. I was like, oh man, this whole done.
Yeah,
This
it's
shit.
over. Yeah.
Like, dang, because I was thinking, I'm like, are they gonna catch the Daredevil and that's gonna lead? I was like, no, they didn't do that. Bullseye came in with saving the day. He came in with the Derek Fisher .4 shooting at the Blizzard Eater.
And it was right at and the funny thing, it came right at the nick of time because right when they find out who he was, his identity was revealed to them, and they find out it was Matt Murdock. You couldn't leave him. You couldn't leave him alive after that. He's gonna tell the whole task force. He was gonna tell the whole. If you left him alive, if you left that dude alive, he would have told the whole task force. Everybody be looking for Matt Murdock for the whole season. They're gonna be looking for Matt Murdock, literally. Now here's the question. We all know they got a history. He did kill Foggy, and he dropped him off a daggone building, and he still survived. I'm still trying to fathom how he
that whole fight scene. Your man took punches, stabbing. I'm like, God, what are they made of? Like, what type of? Then dropped off a building. Like, geez.
Dropped him off a building and survived. Okay, but I digress on that. But now the big question is, why? Why is he why? Why is he doing it? Is he fighting against Fisk? Because it looked like he is going to go. It looked like he's going against Fisk at this point. Like, truthfully, the man that hired him looked like he's going against him. Does he have his own agenda? What is his agenda? Is he trying to get New York back with Matt, or is there another underlying? Which we know Bullseye. It would never be him and Matt just teaming up just because. It's always going to be an underlying something between them two. The knife, engraved knife saying "You're welcome" with the Bullseye. Nice touch. That was a nice little touch. I ain't gonna say that was a nice little touch.
That was a great ending. That was a great ending. I'm trying to think of anything else we left off. The opening boat scene that they were smuggling looked like they were smuggling weapons.
Yeah.
The crashing of they pretty much destroyed their ship and it blocked the port, blocking transport. So that draw attention. I think Murdock was Daredevil was trying to pretty much expose Kingpin, but they sunk the ship instead. So
they sunk the ship, but then it was like also that was Matt sending his warning, knowing that Kingpin is still on his list.
Yeah, you see your man looking at the footage at the table. I thought he was about to punch, do one of those punch fists through the laptop, type of screen type.
Hey, your man did slam that screen kind of hard though. I was like, he can't wait. He can't wait.
Hey, that reminds me of the old school flip phone when you mad at somebody. Wait, I'm joking.
I'm gonna snap that joint in half because you were so angry with that joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I like the new setup though. Like you said, Mr.
Mm,
Charles being
mm,
included. I mean, I gotta see what Fisk influence
mm,
um is going to be. Is it going to just because we know that with him being the mayor of New York, what is his influence going to be? Because from accuracy from the comic, it was never a good thing to begin with him being mayor of New York. It was the way how he got in was not the good way either, but he ended up being the mayor of New York, and we
mm,
seen Heroes for Hire happen during that. So, um, yeah, I want to see what the influence is going to be. We know the
mm,
tone of the whole. We know the tone for episode one was dark. We knew that was going to
mm.
be it. It looked like it's going to be darker than season one easily. It's going to be. It's going to be darker. It's going to be darker than season one.
Okay.
I say the action of this the first episode was solid. Um, not quite, not quite Netflix, but it's good
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
some of the action
quality.
scene. You
Yeah,
had the fight.
yeah.
You had the sound effects. The sound effects. That sound effect because he deaf.
Well, I'll say it like this: it's not quite Netflix Daredevil hallway fight level yet,
I thought they was gonna do
but
that when they came in the house. At the
yeah,
end, I was like, oh, they about to do another
yeah,
whole fight in the hallway scene, but they
yeah,
did.
yeah. But it still was impactful. It still had a nice lead up to what the big reveal and him being saved like that big reveal showed a lot in that fight scene. um I also think another big thing is going to be the vibe of the season. I don't even think this episode, it's a little bit of a political thriller, street level, street level crime, crime drama, you know um and psychological warfare, because let's not forget too, Matt is still going through the whole thing with Foggy and everything with him. He even got PTSD for everything that happened with Muse, Bullseye, Foggy, Karen, Kingpin. Like he got his own issues with PTSD right now. It's not just one person. It's events of things with that. Um, but it also fits Daredevil perfectly for this season.
Mm.
Um, so we'll see how the rest of the season will turn up. Um, you know, and yeah. So it's like, so I guess I'll say Matt being exposed rose, it raises the stakes like crazy, because it would have been more crazy if that task force would told everybody at
Yeah,
of it. Like if they would have survived and they would have told it, Matt couldn't walk the streets. He could not walk the streets. He couldn't be a lawyer.
everybody know he couldn't
Yeah,
be a lawyer anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I, I mean, for me, I think theory wise, I think we all gonna see that Bullseye and Kingpin fight that we've been waiting to see since
It's
season.
eventually gonna happen. That's right to build up.
Um, Matt's gonna rebuild his full resistant team. Like you said, Jessica Jones is going to be probably going to be the first recruit of this
We
whole
know
thing.
we know she's gonna be in the season. We said that during the trailer reaction that she was gonna be in
Yeah,
the season.
and and going off of Mr. Charles, he's possibly going to be possibly being a bigger villain pulling the strings. Is either he's the bigger villain or somebody else is pulling the strings for that's why Mr. Charles is there.
Yeah.
Somebody else is pulling it. I think that I think the season is going to feel very unpredictable,
Mhm.
but that's a good thing. I like when shows are unpredictable.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, like it started off like we would never think that Bullseye would save Mac. We would have thought like that would have been the scene Jessica Jones would have showed up. Like that would be that her scene, or that would be Luke Cage showing up.
I think Bullseye might have been a little bit better because
No. I'm saying no. That
yeah.
was a great ending. No, great ending. But I'm
Mhm.
saying no. I'm saying, but I like the fact that it was unpredictable. We would never think that Bullseye. We would have thought Jessica Jones, Karen, somebody that he's associated with, even Punisher. We would have thought he would have probably showed up. In hindsight, we would have thought it would have been one of those three people. We would never think Bullseye as the savior for episode 1. Pretty
We
much.
wouldn't have thought.
So, so yeah, I mean, anything else you want to add before we get ratings?
No. I think we pretty much discussed everything. So what will you give a rating? Episode 1, season 2, episode 1. What will you give it a rating? I let you go first.
I give it an 8 out. I give it an 8 out of 10. I ain't even gonna fake.
You're still in my thunder. I was gonna say 8. You're still in my thunder. Now I gotta do 8.1 because we're gonna do a Price is Right style. 8.1.
Yeah. So I mean,
It was a great episode.
it was a great episode. It definitely
Mm.
was like it was a great startup for
Mm.
how the season will turn out. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it here. Let us know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think Bullseye was the MVP of this episode? I think he was. Drop your thoughts in the
I wouldn't say he was the MVP. I'd say he had a Derek Fisher .4 seconds game winning shot. That's what he did. He did it. That is my shot. Yeah.
The Robert Ory against the Sacramento Kings.
Just nailed it.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, just let us know in the comments, and if you enjoy our breakdowns, don't forget to, the normal YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. Let us know everything that y'all want to know in the comments.
Leave a comment.
Mm-hmm. And let us know what you think about the episode so far. I mean, I think we're going to be in for a great season. So let's see what happens. Let's enjoy this ride together, y'all. Let's go.
All right. Peace and hair grease.
Love y'all. Peace and love.